A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Yeh Shaam. If you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing and liking the channel. Your support helps us grow and continue to bring you laughter and joy. Thank you. Last week, I took a swing at the Pakistani cricket team. Maybe they took my comments too hard because, since then, they've been as silent as my kids during a screen time ban. So, we're shifting gears from cricket to the dazzling world of Bollywood. Or, if you're not a fan of that term, let's call it the spectacle that is Hindi cinema. I've been a Hindi movie aficionado since I was knee-high to a Bollywood dance number, watching everything from Govinda's energetic antics to the cinematic roller coaster, Bade Miyan Chote Miyan. The entire movie was so laden with CGI that the graphics seemed like they were attempting to leap off the screen. I've witnessed it all, from the sweet melodies of the 90s to today's musical chaos. And let me tell you, Hindi cinema has dramatically transformed since the turn of the millennium. The 2000s brought us a buffet of cinematic oddities, Karan Johar's over-the-top dramas where every character seems to have a wardrobe budget that would make Imelda Marcos blush. And Salman Khan's action-packed movies where the laws of physics are mere suggestions. Johar's films transport us into the fantasy lives of the wealthy, where every outfit is worth more than my entire house. Now, let me date myself a bit. I was 9 when Aamir Khan made his debut. 10 when Salman Khan burst onto the scene. And not even a teenager when Ajay Devgan, Akshay Kumar, and Shah Rukh Khan started their careers. Fast forward to me at 45 with 2 kids. And it's like watching a strange episode of The Twilight Zone, where the actors freeze in time while the heroines they once worked with, like Juhi Chawla, Madhuri Dixit, the Kapoor sisters, have gracefully aged like fine wine. Here I am, trying to keep up with my 45-year-old self, and my biggest accomplishment of the day is remembering where I left my glasses. These stars defy gravity, and I'm just trying to defy the urge to nap before 3 p.m. Sometimes, my only action sequence is making it through a day without pulling a muscle. Akshay Kumar's acting skills are so outrageous you start wondering if he's discovered the fountain of youth or has a magic insurance policy. To help us navigate this journey, we have a very special guest. Pooja Sharma is a renowned film critic and journalist with years of experience in the industry. She's known for her insightful reviews and in-depth analysis of old and new movies. Her critiques have been featured in numerous publications, and she's a respected voice in the film community. Please join me in welcoming Pooja Sharma. Miss Sharma, we're thrilled to have you here. Welcome to Yeh Shaam.
Please call me Pooja. And thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and talk about something so close to my heart. The evolution of Hindi cinema. But first, congratulations on the launch of Yeh Shaam. It's fantastic to see an unfiltered talk show that dives deep into the world of cinema and beyond.
Thank you so much, Pooja. Your insights and good wishes mean a lot to us here at Yeh Shaam. We're excited about the journey ahead and grateful for your support. Hopefully, we can continue to provide compelling content that entertains and enlightens our audience. Let's dive into the conversation. Back in the day, Bollywood gave us epic stories. Movies like Rangila, Kuli Number 1, Jeet, Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, and Chandni seemed so realistic on screen. They made us laugh, fall in love, and cry. But today, we get confused plots. With the introduction of CGI, it feels like the focus has shifted from epic storytelling to flashy visual effects. It's almost like filmmakers believe more in digital wizardry than in the power of a good script.
I agree. Those classics were truly magical and hold a special place in our hearts. However, we must evolve with the times. The audience's tastes are changing, as is the industry. While we may miss the simplicity and charm of the old days, it's also thrilling to witness how new technology and storytelling methods shape the future of Hindi cinema.
Yes, but Pooja, where is the storytelling? It feels like movies these days have no story to tell. Take a look at Pathaan and the Tiger movie franchise. What's the difference between them? It's the same old plot of India against Pakistan. Yash Raj markets these movies as spy thrillers. But where is the angle of espionage in them? They're not even close to The Bourne Identity, made 20 years ago. It's almost like they've forgotten what it means to craft a compelling narrative. And what's new with Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani? Nothing much. It's Bollywood's take on Meet the Parents, but with added chaos and confusion. And Ranveer Singh as Rocky? He might be using CGI to appear 25. But it's common knowledge that he's closer to Rocky or Wrinkles now.
RDJ, I understand where you are coming from. It's true that the depth and nuance of storytelling seem to be taking a back seat. However, I think it's also important to recognize that these films cater to different audiences who enjoy the glitz and glamour. While we may miss the classic storytelling of the past, there's still room for these modern films to entertain and find their own place in Bollywood's evolving landscape. I think what made old movies so special was their authenticity. The stories were original and relatable, the performances were heartfelt, and the music was genuinely melodious. Directors took the time to build characters and weave narratives that resonated with audiences.
That's a fair point, Pooja. It's a different era with different challenges and opportunities. But it would be great to find a balance between the heart of old cinema and today's innovations. The 90s movies were a masterclass in making us laugh, cry, and fall in love. And the best part? No over-the-top CGI. It was just good old-fashioned storytelling and performances that came straight from the heart.
Movies from the 90s era had a unique charm because they often blended strong storytelling with engaging performances. Directors like David Dhawan and other notable names such as Yash Chopra and Raj Kanwar had a knack for creating relatable characters and memorable narratives. These films managed to entertain while also reflecting societal values and emotions. They had a way of connecting with audiences personally, which is why they continue to be cherished even today.
And let's not forget Karan Johar. Honestly, he's one of the worst things ever happening to Hindi cinema. His introduction of glitz and glamour has completely stripped away the classic essence of our films. Instead of heartfelt stories and relatable characters, we now have an endless parade of designer clothes, luxury cars, and extravagant sets. Every movie he makes is an episode of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, masquerading as cinema. I mean, how many of us relate to characters who have private jets and wear couture to breakfast? His movies have taken audiences into a fake, material world about surface and no substance. It's like Bollywood went from Mother India to Keeping Up with the Johars.
Wow, RDJ, you're not holding back. I can see why Karan Johar's style might confuse some people. His movies focus heavily on glitz and glamour, creating an almost fantasy-like world that can seem disconnected from reality. But at the same time, we must acknowledge that he's tapped into a particular audience's desires and has been incredibly successful. His films provide an escapism that many people enjoy, and while they may not reflect the classic essence of Hindi cinema, they've carved out their niche so, while his approach might not be everyone's cup of tea.
As you just said that his films provide an escapism that many people enjoy. So please tell me, Pooja, how many of us can relate to his so-called classics like Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum or Kuch Kuch Hota Hai? In Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, the main character is a playboy who falls in love with the prettiest girl in college, and only after she died did he realize he is in love with his best friend. Only after she transformed from a tomboy to a beautiful Indian woman. What kind of message was Karan Johar trying to send there? That true love only comes after a makeover? Karan Johar's legacy is nepotism, plain and simple. He's introduced us to artists with no talent, like Varun Dhawan, Ananya Pandey, Janhvi Kapoor, and the worst of them all is Sara Ali Khan. We have to endure movies featuring these so-called stars.
That's so true. You make some strong points. Karan Johar is known for promoting nepotism and introducing us to actors who might not have otherwise made it in the industry. Many of these actors, like Varun Dhawan, Ananya Pandey, Janhvi Kapoor, and Sara Ali Khan, often face criticism for lacking the depth and skills of seasoned actors. Their performances sometimes feel superficial and rely heavily on their star lineage rather than their talent. This does raise valid concerns about the meritocracy in Bollywood and whether truly talented actors are being overshadowed.
Let's not waste any more time on Karan Johar. We're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. We'll continue our fascinating conversation about Hindi cinema with the respected Pooja Sharma. Stay tuned. Welcome back after the break. Let's talk about classic actors like Naseeruddin Shah, Kader Khan, Anupam Kher, Sanjeev Kumar, and Amitabh Bachchan, who didn't just play roles, they became legends. Their versatility in acting was remarkable. Sanjeev Kumar portrayed an old man while he was young and did it convincingly. What happened to such actors? Has the CGI era overshadowed them? I mean, even 100 Salman Khans couldn't convincingly play the role of an old man like Sanjeev Kumar did back in the day without CGI.
The legends like Naseeruddin Shah, Kader Khan, Anupam Kher, Sanjeev Kumar, and Amitabh Bachchan truly set the gold standard for acting. Their versatility and ability to completely immerse themselves in their roles made them legends. The CGI era has indeed brought significant changes. While it offers fantastic visual effects, it sometimes overshadows the raw, authentic performances we used to see. And you're right, it's hard to imagine actors like Salman Khan, even with CGI, matching the depth and nuance that Sanjeev Kumar brought to his roles. However, we also have some talented actors in today's industry. It's just a different era with different tools, and while we may miss the authenticity of the past.
Pooja, to your point that we have some talented actors, these talented actors are sidelined by the talentless star kids. Just look at the movie 12th Fail. Could a star kid have delivered a performance like Vikrant Massey?
12th Fail is a perfect example of a film where an actor like Vikrant Massey shines. His performance was raw, authentic, and profoundly moving. It's hard to imagine a star kid delivering the same level of depth and conviction in that role. The issue of talented actors being overshadowed by star kids is real, and it's frustrating for the industry and the audience.
I must mention Mahesh Bhatt and Mukesh Bhatt here. They introduced fresh talent outside the film industry. actors, singers, and music directors. They brought fresh air into Hindi cinema, showcasing raw talent and giving opportunities to those who might not have had a chance otherwise.
Mahesh Bhatt and Mukesh Bhatt have brought fresh talent into Hindi cinema. Their willingness to look beyond the established industry circles and give opportunities to new actors, singers, and music directors has significantly enriched the industry. They've discovered incredible talents like Anupam Kher, Ashutosh Rana, Rahul Roy, Imran Hashmi, and many others who might have otherwise gone unnoticed. This approach diversifies the talent pool and keeps the industry dynamic and innovative.
Pooja, that's a compelling point. The Bhatt's commitment to nurturing new talent has clearly had a significant impact on Hindi cinema. Considering the ongoing conversations about nepotism in the industry, how do you think the approach of Mahesh Bhatt and Mukesh Bhatt contrasts with the tendency of other filmmakers to favor industry insiders?
The lesson for other filmmakers is clear. Embracing diversity and meritocracy not only enriches the film industry but also resonates more authentically with audiences. It's about finding a balance between spectacle and substance. By fostering talent from a wider pool, the industry can rejuvenate itself, offering stories and performances that reflect the real India, not just the glamorous, narrow corridors of Bollywood.
While Mahesh and Mukesh Bhatt have introduced the industry to legends like Anupam Kher and seasoned talents like Ashutosh Rana and Imran Hashmi, Karan Johar has been more like Santa Claus for star kids, gifting us with Varun Dhawan, Ananya Pandey, Janhvi Kapoor, Sara Ali Khan, and the list promises to keep growing. It's almost like he's running a very exclusive daycare where every kid gets a debut film instead of a lollipop. Let's talk about comedy movies. What happened to the days of genuine, laugh-out-loud comedies without all the vulgar scripts and crass scenes? Remember the classics from directors like David Dhawan and Priyadarshan? Those movies were pure gold. Do you think we'll ever see a return of such genuine, feel-good comedies?
Comedy movies have taken a hit in recent years. The kind of humor that David Dhawan and Priyadarshan brought was truly special. They made us laugh without resorting to cheap jokes or vulgarity. Their movies had a charm and innocence that's hard to find in today's comedies. Will they return? I certainly hope so. There's always a demand for good, clean humor, and audiences are getting tired of the over-the-top, crass comedy that seems to dominate now.
Even David Dhawan has run out of scripts, and he's been remaking his hit movies, but not with the same success. Why would a director risk a remake of something we've already watched? What's the charm in a remake? It's like reheating yesterday's pizza and expecting it to taste fresh.
That's a humorous way to put it. But you were touching on a real issue. David Dhawan's move towards remaking his classics can be seen as a way to secure roles for his son, Varun, who has struggled to find his footing in good movies. While it might seem like a safe bet to bank on proven hits, the charm often gets lost in translation. Instead of refreshing the original magic, these remakes can feel like a forced attempt to capitalize on nostalgia.
I don't even want to talk about Varun Dhawan. Good looks but zero acting talent. Let's talk about veteran actors because I find it hard to understand why veteran actors like Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, and Akshay Kumar are all diving headfirst into action movies. At their age, shouldn't they be playing wise fathers doling out life advice or perhaps seasoned detectives solving cozy mysteries?
Absolutely, it's an interesting point you raise. However, we must consider that the public still loves seeing Shah Rukh, Salman, and Akshay in action-packed roles. There's a significant audience demand for these types of films, so they continue to take on such roles. It's not just about their ability to perform physically demanding stunts, it's also about the larger-than-life personas they've built over the years.
Yes, but for how long? As you mentioned, these actors manage to draw huge crowds, so why not consider roles more suitable to their age? Even the Avengers have retired. There's a dignity in allowing characters to evolve and mature, just as the actors themselves do. Isn't there more to explore, perhaps more depth and wisdom in roles? It's time for another short break. See you in a bit. Switching gears, let's talk about the current entertainment landscape. Traditional movies seem to be increasingly being overshadowed by streaming shows. With platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus, audiences can access many series that often provide deeper storytelling and more developed characters over multiple episodes. Movies, with their limited runtime, are finding it hard to compete.
It's a transformative time for the movie industry. The rise of streaming platforms has expanded the options available to audiences and elevated expectations. Series on these platforms can delve into character development and plot complexities that movies often can't match due to time constraints. As a result, filmmakers are now challenged to either adapt their
Streaming services aren't just changing how we watch TV and movies and who we watch. Once overlooked by the mainstream film industry, many actors are making their mark internationally, thanks to platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime. How significant do you think this shift has been for these actors? And what does it say about the global appeal of talent that might not have fit the traditional Bollywood mold?
This shift has been tremendously significant. Streaming platforms have democratized access to various content and a diversity of talent. Actors who may not have been the traditional choice for Bollywood leads are now headlining major shows and films that are watched globally. This has given these actors a much-deserved spotlight and a vast audience that appreciates and connects with diverse representations.
It seems like Hindi cinema has turned into a bit of a copycat these days. They're almost running a remake express, chugging along by transforming regional hits into mainstream masala. How sustainable is this trend of remaking regional successes?
The rise of regional cinema can be attributed to several key factors that resonate deeply with audiences. Bollywood studios are seeing regional cinema not just as a source of inspiration but as a tried and tested formula. However, while this strategy might seem like a shortcut to box office success, it's not without its pitfalls. The essence of regional films often lies in their local flavor, which can get lost in translation when adapted for a pan-Indian audience.
How will Hindi cinema evolve over the next 5 years? With the overwhelming success of streaming services offering convenience and a wide array of content, do you think traditional cinema can survive this digital onslaught?
The next 5 years will be crucial for Hindi cinema. There's no denying the impact that streaming services have had on our viewing habits. They offer many choices right at our fingertips, challenging traditional movie theaters for audience attention. However, I believe that Hindi cinema has the potential not only to survive but to thrive in this new environment.
As we draw to a close, I want to thank Pooja Sharma for joining us today and sharing such insightful perspectives on the evolving landscape of Hindi cinema. Pooja, your expertise and thoughtful analysis have enriched our discussion. Thank you for being here and helping us navigate these fascinating.
Thank you so much for having me. Discussing these important aspects of Hindi cinema with you and your audience was a pleasure. I'm thrilled to have had the opportunity to share my thoughts, and I look forward to seeing how the industry evolves in the coming years.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we close tonight's episode, I want to thank you all for joining us on this cinematic journey. It's been a fascinating dive into the currents shaping Hindi cinema, and we've only scratched the surface. Whether you're watching on the big screen or streaming from home, Remember that every film has a story and every story has a heart. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button if you enjoyed our discussion. Your support helps us keep these conversations alive and kicking. So, until next time, keep loving movies, keep questioning trends, and most importantly, keep those popcorn buckets ready for more. Good night everyone, and keep shining bright in the cinema of life.